So 3 years ago, while we were sitting in the couch, me and my husband just decided na how about umuwi na tayo ng Pilipinas? How about doon na tayo manirahan? We will leave Canada indefinitely and of course enjoy our life in the Philippines for good. And of course, surrounding that decision, maraming considerations na kailangan gawin. Maraming sitwasyon na kailangan i-picture out sa utak para ang plan na to ay magiging successful. So if you're one of those Filipinos na thinking na umuwi na ng Pilipinas for good and live there, enjoy life in the Philippines after working abroad for many years, you may benefit from this video. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you kung ano yung mga rason namin on why we would like to go back to the Philippines and live there for good. But before that, for context, we have a son and we already are dual citizens for Canada and Philippines. And we acquired our citizenship 2 years ago. And last year, we were able to acquire our Filipino citizenship again. That's why we're already dual citizens. And our son was born here, so he is already dual citizen. So the first major reason is the climate. So in the Philippines, as we know it, alam nating lahat na there's only 2 seasons, only rainy and sunny season. First half of the year is sunny season and then the second half is rainy. However, even if it's rainy, alam natin na we can just enjoy in the rain. We can still go out, we can still go to the beach para maligo, mag-enjoy dun sa beach kahit na may ulan, diba? Kahit umuulan. However, in Canada where we live right now, majority of the year is cold. 8 to 9 months in a year is cold. By December, January, February, sometimes March, it's really cold. That's when it hits minus 30 to sometimes minus 50 degrees, and that is very cold and you will not have the courage to go out sometimes. And if you don't have a car for transporting yourself from your home to work, it's really hard to walk at minus 20, let alone minus 50 degrees. So that life compared to life in the Philippines with really sunny, humid environment, you will enjoy your life better in the Philippines. That's one of the major reasons. Ito yung pinaka-major reason na gusto naming umuwi na ng Pilipinas indefinitely. Reason number 2 is, of course, if you have the earned Canadian dollar or US dollar or any currency na mas mataas ang value kaysa sa Philippine money, it's really advantageous for you kung kayo ay manirahan sa Pilipinas with that money, with that currency. So for us, we were planning to, of course, save and then make money, earn dollar, and then spend it in the Philippines. So that's why one of our goals is for me to land a job or to be self-employed or make money online, making US or Canadian dollars, and then spend it in the Philippines. That way, we are making money times 40. So, if for example, I'm making Canadian dollars, so 1 Canadian dollar is around 40 pesos. So, imagine that yung pera nyo ay mahaba pa ang patutunguhan. Mahaba-haba pa ang i-stretch ng pera ninyo kung kayo ay earning dollars and spending Philippine peso. The third reason is medical. Now, this is kind of controversial kasi alam natin na dito sa Canada, healthcare is free. Like, for example, in Saskatchewan, we have what we call the health card. And when we go to the hospital, we're just going to present our health card and then we get the medical services for free. Maybe you didn't know this, but in Canada, there is a long wait hour in the ER. Not just in the ER, but for surgeries, for elective surgeries. Now, in the Philippines, if you have the money, you can get to decide kung saan, anong klaseng hospital ang patutunguhan mo, and you can get the kind of service or the surgery that you want, the surgery that you need to be done. Probably in a few days, you will have a schedule already. But in Canada, I've heard people na it takes 5 to 8 months before they will get the schedule for surgery. And if you are already experiencing some symptoms, it's hard to wait that long para maoperahan. While in the Philippines, if you live there and you have the money, yeah, as I mentioned, you can have the surgery ASAP as soon as you need it. Basta may pera ka lang na nakahanda for that. Also in the Philippines, in my experience, if you have the symptoms and the doctor will need to, of course, know what's going on, what's really the issue is, then they will schedule you for, like diagnostic exams like x-rays, ultrasound, whatever. While in Canada, I have personally experienced as well that I have to advocate for myself in order to have the ultrasound done. And if I did not do that, I don't know where I'm right now, because if I did not push them to schedule me for an ultrasound very soon, I would have another ruptured ectopic pregnancy. So thank God that ultrasound happened and they had to send me to the ER right away. They didn't send me home. They had to send me to the ER right away because I need to have the surgery done as soon as possible. So medical wise, that's my thought on that situation pertaining Canada versus Philippines. The next reason is scenery. Now in Canada, of course, we have a lot of sceneries, but where we live in Saskatchewan, we are living in a small city away from, Alberta, like the bumps, sceneries and stuff. So, hindi kami masyadong pumupunta doon because of also majority of the time the roads are slippery, winter, Hindi kami lumalabas outside of our city vicinity dahil it's too risky to drive in the highway na madulas. It's not worth it para lang pumunta into a scenery. And also in the summer, it's busy. My husband's working. We cannot just like go out anytime we want. Dahil sa summer din is, ito yung time na maraming nag-apply ng, vacation leave. So most of the time, it's hard to take a leave and be approved for a leave for the certain dates na gusto mo talaga. So, dito lang kami sa bahay. Now, in the Philippines, we all know, especially where we live in Bohol, it's a place for tourists. Like, there are a bunch of tourist spot in the Philippines na pwede mong mapuntahan anytime. There's no winter, there's no snow, there's no knee-high snow. That's why pupunta ka lang doon anytime you want. Especially if you have a car in the Philippines. You're free to go anywhere you want to go. The next reason is the obvious one, which is family. We can get to spend our time with extended family members because they're already there, and if we're there, it's easy and quick for us to spend time with them dahil malapit lang sila. Unlike when we're living in Canada, it takes a few years bago makapagbakasyon because, plane tickets, especially nowadays, very expensive na. For the three of us, it will take $6,000 to $7,000 just for plane tickets. Hindi kasama ang allowance, and allowance mas malaki pa sa plane tickets. So when it comes to vacation, parang it's always plan before reality. Parang it's always planning lang, walang nangyayari dahil nga mahal, 'di ba? Think about families na may 3, 4, 5 kids. Napakamahal umuwi ng Pilipinas. While if you're there in the Philippines, even if you live in Manila and your family is, for example, in the province, in Bohol, mga 4,000 pesos, makakauwi ka na kapag spend ka na ng time ng family mo. So when there's birthdays and stuff. And for us, we're just in Bohol, so 1 hour away, we can spend time with our families already. So that's easy for us. And for the last reason is establishing a business in the Philippines. I've done a small business in Canada, and I've had a little bit of experience, like selling something in the Philippines. And also I've researched on how to like start a business in the Philippines, what types of products, blah blah blah. And in today's world na ang Philippines ay nag-catch up na sa internet, like selling, marketplaces, cash on deliveries, marami ng shipping companies, e-commerce, ganyan. It's not hard for somebody na mag-start ng business na sa Pilipinas nowadays. And that is my plan. Now, when it comes to comparisons, mga legalities, ganyan, of course, dito sa Canada talaga, there is a friction when it comes to starting a business. Dahil you need to register, you need to be compliant. You cannot just start a business right away if you have something in mind dahil marami ka pang kailangan na i-consider, i-research, i-register, taxes, sales tax. While in the Philippines, we can just start a business. Kapag may gusto tayo, may naisip tayo, we can just make it happen the next day, and then from that we will register our business, we will be compliant with the government. So business wise, mas easy talaga makapag-start and grow and scale your business in the Philippines, because when it comes to labor also, if you need to hire someone, it's easier in the Philippines. You can just hire cousins and then to start, and then pay them right away. Like dito sa Canada, it's hard kasi in order to hire someone, you have to be, of course, as I said, you have to be compliant with the government rules and regulations. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-hire na lang na hindi mo alam ang ginagawa mo dahil you will be opening up yourself for, future CRA audit or something like that. So yan ang comparison ng starting a business in Canada versus the Philippines. And those guys are our main reasons on why we would like to go back to the Philippines. Now, we are not there yet, but we are working on it. And now, if you are considering as a Filipino living in Canada for many years now, and then ayaw mo na dito, like, I'm done with Canada, bye Canada, leaving Canada for good, enjoying my life in the Philippines, I hope I can hear from you in the comments below. Share your experience, share your thoughts. Baka may makontribute din ako sa plans nyo. So, thank you for watching and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye!